And our first presentation, our first speaker, is Ella Dixon from the Faculty of Arts, and her topic is Liberation through Conscientization, Possibilities Created by Mexico's Student Movement.
Do you ever question what you see in the news? Does it ever seem to you that the media is not as objective as it would make you believe? I believe that it's important to question the nature and purpose of knowledge, not only on the television, but in all aspects of our social lives. My thesis argues that being critical is fundamental to enabling progressive social reforms. In Mexico, university students like you and I recognize the danger of an uncritical society. In fact, many were so concerned by a lack of critical debate during the 2012 presidential elections that they began a campaign to politicize the issue. The campaign began with 131 students who quickly found a sympathetic ear. These students then formed the movement known as Yo Soy 132, or I am 132. The movement saw media distortion as problematic for a free, fair, and informed election. They criticized the major media network Televisa for their blatant support of the presidential candidate Enrique Peña Nieto. Yo Soy 132 problematized the monopolization of the media and rejected Peña Nieto on the grounds of corruption and human rights abuses. The connection of big business interests to Peña Nieto's campaign represented the cementing of neoliberalism in Mexico. By challenging the dominance of the free market mindset, Yo Soy 132 challenged the importance of these ideologies on the Mexican mindset. Marginalized citizens came together to fight for a more inclusive society. This de-alienating process gave a crucial voice to those who had been disempowered. Yo Soy 132 then can be seen as embodying conscientization. Conscientization is a theory developed by Paulo Freire. It explains that problematization, rejection, de-ideologization, and de-alienation are fundamental to humanizing oppressive social situations. My thesis utilizes Freire's conscientization with field research in Mexico to examine the role of Yo Soy 132 in creating the conditions necessary for social change. The globalization of the fight for social justice depends on conscious and committed citizens. My research highlights the importance of conscientization in Mexico and beyond. Thank you.
And I think our first comment from the judge is going to be Robin.
Thank you. Thank you, Ella. I'm not going to speak for very long. I thought one of the two strengths of your presentation I wanted to point out. One was the engagement, because we are sitting in a university, and the notion of the ways that university students can be radical not only in student politics but beyond and really transform societies is actually really one that you drew us, I felt that I was drawn into. And I also really liked, I have to admit, when I read the program, I thought, conscientization, I had no idea what it was. But I actually think you explained that very complex social theory really well, and I really understand the whole point and the ways that you connected the problematization, ideology and everything to that. At the end, for a non-specialist who doesn't understand, I can't even say his name, social theory is actually really important. And I guess the only thing I would say is that I really want to hear more about what sorts of activities the 131 did. So what is it, we learn a lot about their goals and we didn't hear about, what did they actually do, I guess, but I thought you did a great job with a complex topic. Thank you.